Okay, so yesterday I had a loss streak, maybe 3 loss, and today it changed. It's like 3 wins. So let me just explain these 3 trades. But before, I just want to explain my trade. Just to be clear that I'll be analyzing the 1 hour time frame, so the break of structure and the mark shift and this stuff, not the supply and demand zones. Those will be on the 15-minute demand zone. So the 1 hour time frame would just be the break of structure and like mark shift. So okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, on the higher time frame, there's a break of structure right here, which created this 15-minute demand zone. So this move here was pretty much a pullback, right? So I was expecting price to mitigate this demand zone, and then price will just continue its trend, its bullish trend. So okay, so on the 15-minute demand zone, we can see that price mitigated this 15 demand zone right here, and then price was, so this was my first trade that I took. So price didn't quite mitigate the demand zone yet, and a new price would mitigate this demand zone no matter what. So I went to the 5-minute time frame to keep track the internal market. So as you can see here, there's a break of structure, and then so okay. The 15-minute demand zone, break of structure, and then here is the pullback, right? This is the pullback move, which I knew that since price is heavily bearish, so I went for a short position right here, and because I knew price would mitigate this 15 demand zone. So on the 1 minute time frame, after that pullback, this is the 5-minute pullback, I was waiting for some sort of mark shift on the 1 minute time frame. This was the mark shift. So why this was the mark shift? So price is a pullback, and then on the 1 minute time frame, price did a little pullback right here. If we were to be bullish, price would have to take this close above this high right here, but it failed, and it started creating and actually closed below this low here. So after closing below this low, I just placed my entry right here and targeted 2R. It would have been better to target here, but then the trade position wouldn't be 2R. That's why I place it right here, even though it's a bit risky. And then the next trade is this one. So what happened is that after price mitigated 50-minute demand zone, it created a mark shift. So I could have entered like around here, because there's a break of structure and price is bearish, but I decided not to enter because, as I said again, price mitigate 50-minute demand zone, and it's expected to price to turn bullish now. So that's why I didn't enter for a short position right here. So I decided to wait for the mark shift on 5-minute time frame, and it did. So, and then there's the pullback. So I was actually waiting for price to, so this was the, I was actually waiting for price to retrace 50% on the pullback, so I could find my entry there, but it didn't, and instead it created a break of structure right here. So the new parameter discount zone, okay, it's already right here. So it turned out to be here, Oh, but yeah, so I just missed this trade because I was, let me just explain this why I missed this trade. Okay, so break of structure and then price as pull on a pullback phase. So 1 minute again, I was waiting for price to create a mark shift. So here just pretty much created like a break of structure right here, and then that's the pullback. It failed to close below this, so here will be a mark shift. So the issue here is that price created a mark shift on the premium price. That's the only reason I didn't enter for this. I was actually expecting price to move a little bit below the 50%, unlike this one, that price was this one. That price was like near the 50%. So here price just like almost like going outside of this premium discount zone. So there's a missed trade. And another one is this one. So okay, so the 1 hour time frame, there's a mark shift, and then price, the market was on a pullback phase, right? Okay, so the 15-minute demand zone right here, price indicated the 15-minute demand zone, and then I was expecting price to turn bullish after confirming the mark shift on the 5-minute time frame, this one. So this was all in the pullback phase. Again, I was waiting for a mark shift on the lower time frame, which is this one, break of structure on the 1-minute time frame, and then we have the mark shift right here. And then I placed my trade around here because I was a bit late, but I knew it would be here. So yeah, this trade I ended up winning this huge candle here. Maybe it was news. I just a probability that I would have lost, but guys, this was a lucky one. But yeah, if I were to enter right here, I think I would have won as quick as possible. So let me just see where's the QR going. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, I would definitely win. Damn, that's unfortunate because I ended up entering late for the trade. The stop loss, the reason what is below this one, not here, it's because if price were to, you know, like close below this one, then pretty much my trade idea would be wrong. That's the only reason that I thought. But yeah, so I guess it's 2 wins, right? That's it.